Welcome to Angels Don't Lie with Jeannie Street. Jeannie is a God-based medium, owner of In Spirit Healing Studio, and new author of the book The Goddess You. Angels Don't Lie will be a show dedicated to healing and love, and we will be taking live questions. If you have a question you would like Jeannie to answer on the show, or if you would like to contact her, send your correspondence to Jeannie@jeanniestreet.com or check out the website jeanniestreet.com. Now here's Jeannie Street.
I let the world down to wake up. Trouble is I never went to sleep. I climbed the nightmares in the mountains in my dreams. Oh Lord, won't you get me back with me?
And here we are. It's Angels Don't Lie Tuesday. Welcome to the show. Tonight in the studio with me, I'm really very excited because my dear friend, my new friend, Marie Elena LaChance is here with me. Hello, Marie.
Hi, Jeannie. So excited to be here with you.
I'm so excited you're here. And so our paths have crossed through a couple mutual people. It's kind of funny how this happens. And I really love the synchronicities, how angels work to bring people together. Mm-hmm. So we have some mutual friends in common that we didn't know until we started talking.
Exactly.
And I think that's amazing, right?
It was. I remember the night that I came to your book signing and saw one of our mutual friends unexpectedly there and thought, wow, this is really meant to be.
Ooh, wait a minute. Who did you see?
It was Heather.
That's right. I forgot that you know Heather too. That's right.
And I didn't expect her to be there, and she's so connected with you. So that was beautiful.
She's a dear in my heart for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Heather, if you're listening, I love you. So your name came to me via another woman,
mm-hmm.
Debbie, and who's very talented, very lovely, who I'm hoping to get to come to the studio. We tried to have a workshop for her when we first opened, but we didn't have a great following, and now people are starting to really flock in. So she's going to hopefully come back and offer her great and she has a great background, not only for her workshops that she teaches, but just her background in general.
Yeah, Debbie's amazing. Like, I think of her as just another light worker,
Yes.
another sister who's really working at bringing healing. Mm-hmm. And she's just a wonderful person. So that would be really exciting to get her into the space.
And you are going to be in part of the In Spirit team, which I'm very excited about.
Me too. I can't wait.
So you're going to start in May, the first week in May. And let's tell our listeners your background so they know what you're going to be offering. I mean, I have it written down, but let's hear from you. Tell me, who are you?
Okay. So, I mean, basically my training is as a licensed professional counselor. With that in mind, though, I really, really like to focus on healing. Overall healing, mind-body connection.
Well, you've done that with your trainings. I mean, they go on and on, her trainings.
Yeah, I really, I love to pull in meditation and EFT, emotional freedom technique, or also known as tapping, essential oils, and all different holistic approaches to really healing and connecting with yourself or your inner light, your spirit.
So tonight we're talking about pain. And pain and how it affects people. It's actually a big stopping point. A lot of my clients, a dear one who I'm dedicating the show to, who's suffering and in a lot of pain. And if you were listening, I'm thinking about you and sending you lots of prayers. And so I think this is a lovely topic for both of us to talk about, because we come from that intuitive side. And you have all these trainings about how to get people to stop focus on their pain, to kind of change and shift. And my focus has been on what Spirit has to say. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take a quick break because we have a caller on the line.
Oh,
we'll be right back to this pain. We have Barb from Rhode Island on the line. Barb, can you hear me? Hello, Barb.
Oh, yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well tonight. Did you have a question for me?
Yes, I did. I believe that my angels have brought me here to where I'm supposed to be with who I'm with. But lately, I just feel like I'm at a loss, and I want to better our life, or at least my life. And I'm trying to figure out where to go. And I'm not. That's what I'm here for.
And this is relationship-wise, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And have you recently moved? What's the move that keeps showing me?
Yes, I moved from Massachusetts to Connecticut.
Okay. I'm getting the thumbs up for the move. I like the move. And are you closer in to family now?
Well, I was originally, but then we had a falling out, so I'm not close with them right now.
Okay. But in
Geographically.
Yeah, so they're kind of showing me like this was a good move and the time for healing. And I feel like you're very hard on yourself. Do you understand that, Barb?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And they're also showing me like forceful energy, like you're forcing things rather than letting things kind of work themselves out.
I'm forcing things. Okay.
So they're just asking you if you can take a deep breath and kind of process and allow. And then you can see the situation from they're actually bringing me up to the bird's eye point of view, which is my sign for going above a situation rather than staying low into it. So it's a quick meditation where you close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in, and bring your awareness above your body, almost like you're using owl vision. So you use the eyes of the owl to see a situation above and then all around so that you can see clarity and see truth.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. And the relationship feels a little like bullying. I feel like, and this is a male that you're with?
Yes.
Do you understand the bullying?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So they're again asking you, where can you kind of breathe in and allow love to come in? And when you invite love in and you have like that compassion, you'll also allow him to start to see love rather than being angry. Like I feel like he's just feeding off of your like wanting to control and fix things. So if you kind of just slow down, go above, and certainly don't allow him to speak low to you, but change your reaction to him. Don't allow him to push you around. Rather do it from more of a love point of view. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You're definitely surrounded by so many angels, and they're protecting you, and they're saying you're a very gentle soul.
Yes.
Very gentle.
Yes.
Yes. Lots of love around you, okay? And we're gonna say a little prayer for you and send you some extra help tonight, okay, Barb?
Yes.
And Barb, I wanted to just kind of...
Thank you so much.
Marie wants to say something. Are you still on the line?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hold on. Marie wants to...
And along with that theme of love, and I know Jeannie hit on that too, but self-love, so being kind to you, being compassionate toward yourself is really important. Mm-hmm. So whatever you can do to kind of cut yourself a break and say to yourself, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have to work with at the time. And just kind of use that as your mantra along with that breathing to support you through it.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Barb. And I send you off with lots of love.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So how we can live in pain, physical pain, and even emotional pain, mm-hmm. just like Barb just called in. So it's interesting how pain can come into our lives and kind of stay there. You know, separation in families, mm-hmm. Turmoils and that keep us apart, keep us from standing and being in love. Mm-hmm. So it's for me through spirit. I was saying to like that's where I work. The angels show me like where can we work to change and rewire our brain. Mm-hmm. And then if you look up some studies, you can see there are so many studies by like Harvard Medicine, John Hopkins, where major medical schools where are doing these studies on mindfulness meditation, mm-hmm. that you can actually rewire your brain and change the pain receptors mm-hmm. in your brain. And you teach hypnobirthing, correct?
Exactly. So I teach hypnobirthing, which is, exactly that. It's about using relaxation techniques and meditation in order to release endorphins, which are those feel-good hormones, right? And if we practice enough meditation and get into deep relaxation, those endorphins can actually be up to 250 times the power of morphine.
Which, like, how amazing is that? And then if you further the study, I was looking, AA, part of their 12-step program, they also talk about meditation. They also talk about using meditation to help avoid this connection to what's gone wrong. Pain for me is, the angels have said, is a reminder that something's gone wrong in your life. Something is off, whether it's because of an accident or it's because something in your body that hasn't been healed. Something hasn't been dealt with. Anger, frustration, childhood traumas. So many things can trigger pain, and that can manifest and stay and grow and grow and grow. A lot of people don't want to go, especially people with childhood trauma. They don't like to go back. They don't want to relive those stories. A lot of therapists will have them go over and go over and go over stories, which we've talked about this. Not a great tool.
Right.
But when we learn to rewrite the story, when we learn the original source of why we believe we are in pain, or why we believe that we're not worthy or have to stay here in this situation, why we give our power away, so we can rewrite it to take our power back, so we can be these superheroes, right?
That's it. That's the key, though, taking your power back, right? And so at what point, like along the way, part of what makes us human is that we feel. And pain is real to all of us, and there's different degrees of pain, right? But at what point do you step into your power and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to be the victim. I'm going to be the hero of this story.
Right.
And I'm going to rise above it.
My client who had called me while I was on vacation, she was like, I need an emergency session. I need to talk with you. We were talking about pain and the pain that she's living in day to day. I mean, it is extreme. She's not able to sleep. So what happens? We go to a doctor, we go for help, and we look outside of ourselves. We want to get help. And I've done this myself in situations where I went for acupuncture. I went to this, the day spa in Brookfield. For a long time, I forgot that I had done this because I was having such neck pain, and I had issues after my hysterectomy. I just couldn't get away from it. And I remember being there, and the woman, she didn't speak a lot of English, and I was asking her, like, what should I do? Like, what can I do? And she said, I can't help you. And then the tears just kept, like, she was like, it's in you. And I didn't understand that. The tears were just rolling down. It's in me. It's in me. No, I want you to fix me. I want you to tell me what to do, what to eat, how to live. But the answers are within. So when we learn to quiet our mind and be within our body, we start to hear the tone. We can hear our vibration.
Exactly.
And that's that mindfulness, which it sounds scary. It sounds unrealistic, maybe. I think that's a big thing, right?
That is a big thing. And you know what? A nice place to start with that is, and I think you speak about this in your book too, The Goddess You, is when you're in the car and you're alone. Don't put the music on.
Be with yourself.
Right. Just be with yourself, right?
I think that's a lot of that's big medicine. It sounds very simplistic, but it's true once you know who you are. I also like to tell my clients and my students to learn about their senses, because your senses tell a story. They tell a story of who you are. So how you see, how you feel, how you hear, how you taste, these all matter. Because they tell a story. So are you tasting food? Are they very metallic? So maybe you have to write these things down. Are they heavy? Does it feel tingly on your skin? You start to find out more and more about yourself by using that simple tool of journaling with your senses.
Yeah, I love that. It reminds me too of the idea that our sense of smell is the only sense that's directly connected to our memories and our emotions. So when we smell something, before we've even registered what the scent is, like, oh, that's an orange, you already are triggered emotionally
Interesting.
or by a memory, right? So when you think of how powerful that is in and of itself.
And that happens with sound too. When you hear a song, it brings you right back.
And that can be, music is so healing.
So with hypnobirthing, did you start that before you had your babies, or?
Yeah. So I found hypnobirthing when I was pregnant with our first son, who is now 8 years old. And, I actually grew up learning about my birth story, which was pretty traumatic. And the memory of that, the conscious memory of it, who knows what the subconscious memory of that is, right? But the conscious memory of it was, that's not how I want it to be, for me, for my children and our birth. So when I discovered hypnobirthing, the words that kind of stuck with me was calm, easy, safe, and gentle. And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't wouldn't we want
Sign
that,
me up.
right? Yeah, exactly. And on a deeper level, I truly believe the way we bring our children into the world can really set a pattern for them. So
you rewrote your story. This is a perfect example where you knew this traumatic birth story, and rather than maybe stay in it, blame or be angry, you were able to change it by changing your mindset. And that's what rewires our brain, is changing the thought pattern. So you take an abused child who's gone into adulthood, and this child was told they wouldn't be the light. They aren't the light, and everything about them is wrong. The parents don't mean to do this, but this is what they've learned. So this is in this child, and this child grows up thinking, I'm never going to be okay. I'm not smart enough. I have to look outside of myself. And so their brain is wired into adulthood, and then issues become a part of their life. Issues that are, whether their relationship, whether their illness, but they come in. And so the story is, I'm not good enough. I can't heal. I can't do it.
I'm broken, right? I'm not whole as I am.
So we rewrite that story. It's not necessarily reliving each and every memory. It's a matter of, okay, why do I feel this way in this very moment? What are my senses telling me? This is off. So I need to take a look and say, all right, that's really not true. I really was loved and supported. I just didn't see it that way. And now I rewrote my story. Now.
Yeah, that's where I feel like that line, like I'm doing the best that I can with what I have to work with at the time, really can apply to even a child who's been wounded in their childhood, right? When you think about, and this is where kind of the higher level of self comes in, and it takes work, right? And sometimes we need support through that work, but to be able to get to the point of having compassion even for the people who have hurt you.
Even compassion for yourself.
Well, that, yes.
Because when you've had this abuse in your life, you really don't necessarily know how to have compassion for yourself. You don't know how to really love yourself, and to say that it's okay. I can take a break for safety's sake. I can take 10 minutes to meditate. I want to give the callers the number so they can call in with their questions. It's 646-891-5252, and we'd love to hear from you tonight. Give us a call.
That would be great.
So I was reading about the meditation and the benefits, and because I wanted to share some facts. I'm terrible with facts, in keeping them in my head. Shut up, Casey.
Me too.
Casey's smiling over there.
After multiple children, that fades. That's
and it's just something because I know what spirit. I've learned to trust what the angels show me, so I believe it. But people out there need to have facts. I like to have that, to identify with.
The data.
Yeah, the data. So 75% of insomniacs who started their day with meditation were able to fall asleep within 20 minutes from starting a practice of meditation for just a week.
That's great.
That's incredible. So just 20 minutes a day. So if you give yourself that time to start your morning off before you grab your cup of coffee or cup of tea, just to breathe in. And meditation doesn't have to be this huge crazy practice. It can be very simple. That breath meditation that I talk about all the time.
The cycle, yeah.
Yep, the cycle breathing. You breathe in for the count of 3, exhale to the count of 3. And you do it several times, and you bring the breath as far down in your body as you can and hold it. And then you bring your count up to 10, if you can, to 20. The longer you can hold that breath in and slowly control the exhale, the more you're going to be quiet and in that calm, crazy state. Also known to lower blood pressure, to relieve anxiety and cure depression.
I know.
And heart disease has turned around. So there's some great studies. If you need the facts, go online, just Google it, and you'll come up with all the studies, because it's amazing.
It's so healing. And along those same lines too, there's also the idea that when you bring groups of people together to meditate, the effects radiate out to the general public too.
Right, because we're energetic, right? We're energetic beings, and so when we're in a higher vibration, that can be felt. And we know that when we've been around a low vibration person, we can feel it. And maybe somebody's angry, and then all of a sudden we're angry.
Right.
So that's energetic connection. So when we learn to teach our family to be in a meditative state, do it with our children. Well, guess what? My client today, we were talking about that. She's got 3 little kids, and she's like, I don't have any time to meditate. I don't have time. I've got 3 little girls, and again, giving the power away. You are the superhero. Put your cape on. Take 10 minutes, and if the kids start misbehaving, take them and teach them. And say, let's meditate. Let's group together.
Yeah, to that point, it's like it just reminds me of the idea of like emotional intelligence, right? So like when we're talking about pain, it is important to feel the pain, to heal from the pain, or any emotion, right?
Right. We can't ignore it.
Can't ignore it. But that idea too of like, you can't teach your children to be emotionally smart. You have to be it. You have to live it. You have to demonstrate it. Right. So it's like the same thing too with like taking care of yourself and being kind to yourself. It's important to model it. Right. And, as a busy working mom of 3, I totally get it. And sometimes I'm better at it than other times, but I do try to bring myself back to that reminder of this is for me.
Right.
For me to be good for me, it also helps me to be better for them,
True.
So,
when we give ourselves permission to, and when we fall, that we dust ourselves off and say, it's okay. I needed a break. And now I'm going to go back.
Exactly.
We're human, and we're here to have these great experiences and to learn what works and what doesn't work. And when you don't do it and then you fall, you say, that was really working. I think I'm going to go back to it.
That's true.
But the stopping point comes when we start to procrastinate and listen to fear over the love. When we start to say, there's not enough time. It's too crazy. The kids need me. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner. And then you start chatting, and then you get on the phone, and then you start texting your friends, and then you start looking outward rather than looking inward.
Yeah.
And all that noise is what keeps you from balance, keeps you from the center.
Very true. It can be easier sometimes to get distracted. And I feel like we are in a society now where, like the technology is so at our fingertips, and, we're seeing this more and more where people are getting pulled in and distracted by like just trolling, Facebook or whatever. Right. And that is one way to kind of numb ourselves.
Right, because we desensitize ourselves. We lose connection, human connection, by just texting and, and then we get in that judgment tone, right? We don't even realize it. And so our texts then become kind of shallow. There's no depth to them. So you have to remind yourself, let me start off this text with, hey, beautiful, instead of just like, getting right to it.
That's a good reminder. Yeah, instead of getting right to the point.
Yeah.
Right?
I had a friend who gently pointed that out to me. She's like, maybe if you started your text with like something like, and I was like, geez, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is. Something as simple as that can help people to really stay connected and feel like lifted.
And it helps me slow down. So it was a great reminder. Slow down, be the light, be the calm. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So it's really kind of fun. What do you think, Casey?
I'll do that in an email. So hope all is well. How's the family? Before I go, rambling on about my problem I need him to fix for me.
And by the way, can you send me $10,000?
So I don't know if it seems kind of shallow, but it is meant in, like I mean it. So
yeah, when we start with compassion, when we start with love. And that's a great reminder for our caller, Barb, tonight, where she can start her conversations, and how she's feeling. Start with compassion inward and then outward, so she can find that light and stop feeling like beaten down.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with someone today too about that, who's struggling with, a person in their life. And, sometimes obviously there are those people who we're going to really have trouble with. Yep. And maybe trying to remind yourself too, like, that this person happened to be a mom herself with a son. And, I said, maybe try to remind yourself, like, he's somebody's son.
Right.
Like, that's somebody's child, so even though he's a grown adult and maybe not making the choices that are aligning with what you're expecting or wanting or needing, like trying to build in some of that, compassion, which I know is not easy, but starting with yourself first and then, putting it out to other people is key.
That's always what the angel said, you start with quieting the mind, self-love, and then when you have the self-love is when you can invite other love in. So when we aren't self-loving, that's what we're mirroring out. We're mirroring out less than type of feeling, a weakness. And so there's another avenue for pain to stay present in somebody's life, because that's what we're mirroring out. Pain is going to continue if that's the cycle that we're in. Very hard when you have chronic pain that doesn't, ease up. And then you're not sleeping. And you think that you're doing everything right, but there are missing links. There are things that maybe you're not seeing, which is the hard thing to tell somebody that's tried everything.
Right.
But
to that point, right, too, like, so I'm trained in Yoga Nidra, which is a form of meditation, and it's focusing on, it takes you through every layer of being. So you're starting from the outer layer of being, which is the physical self, which is what you're talking about. So the manifestation, right, of the physical being. And then you go inward until you get to the moment of like the light self or the divine self, right? And, the thought process behind this is all of our physical pain or chronic illness really comes from the inside out, meaning the emotional state outward and manifesting into a physical form, right? And we believe, right, we're energetic beings. So if that pain or that trauma gets stuck inside in your body, it stays there and eventually can manifest into an illness.
So what are the steps? Steps of healing.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, there is good old-fashioned talk therapy, right, which we touched upon, which is helpful. Like, a big piece of healing is being able to communicate, right? Communicate your wants and needs, step into your power. That doesn't mean you have to rehash every, past trauma. I believe that the Yoga Nidra or meditation is very healing because it can get you to that heartfelt place.
It's also very empowering.
Very.
Because you have control over it. Yeah. You control the breath. You control the time. And you control everything in that moment, where everything outside of us is not controlled, and that's where we lose our focus. So we have control when we do Yoga Nidra.
Very good point.
And the focus, right?
Yeah, the focus. And that, I'm all about being our own healers too, so I know I touched upon like our sense of smell is a very important sense to be aware of, and I use essential oils, as I know you do too, and using oils as another way to kind of heal ourselves, right? Because it directly connects to our emotions, and they're energetic, right? So this is another great approach to healing.
Same with food. Same with when you're making yourself. I love to tell my clients this: when you start to cook for yourself and you do it with intent. I'm looking at you, Casey. After he ate that cheese stick in front of me. When we self-love and we're serving our body what it needs, and this is when we start to really pay attention to our senses, our body will say what it needs, what it's lacking, and making the connection to make it high vibration. Because when we're low vibration, it's addictive. We want more and more and more of that low stuff. You know, have some French fries, and guess what? You want some more French fries, or you want some more fried food. You might want a cocktail with that French fry. You know, and go. Casey's going to say something.
I found that with Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Because it seems like even today, after I've quit for a long time, I crave it.
Right.
And if I stopped and had one, I would go on a binge for like 2 weeks of drinking Diet Coke.
So it's interesting where we'll be drawn in, right? This low vibration stuff. And then where would the Diet Coke lead you? What else would you start eating? Would you
probably want to have something that has sugar in it?
Yeah. A bag of Doritos or something over there? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
That's the mind over ourselves. So when we take control over our mind by calming it down and slowing and being in that meditative state, allowing the breath to expand, our heart, our center, our being, we become expansive, so we can allow love in, and then we can give love out. Really, it's a amazing medicine.
Yeah. And one of the typical things you hear when you talk to people about meditation is, but I can't meditate.
Yes.
Like, I can't do that. Like, you know me. I had actually a client who I invited her to a group meditation, and she's like, you know, when I was pregnant, and I know you do that hypnobirthing thing, but I would have never been able to do that because I took a Lamaze class, and I'm in the class, and the teacher comes over, lifts my arm up, and it falls down like bricks, right? She's like, so I don't know about this meditation. And we talked about it, and she's like, all right, I'll try. And she ended up coming and having a wonderful experience. She was so relaxed that she actually ended up walking into, like, the ceiling was slanted, and she walked into the ceiling, which was pretty funny. But the key was that she was more open to it.
Yeah. So when we open our mind to the possibility of healing, right? So we know Louise Hay. She's written, she's the owner of Hay House, written amazing book, You Can Heal Your Life, because you can. And the angels say it to me over and over again. It is our mind. Another great book is, did you read Lisa Rankin, Mind Over Medicine?
I haven't read that one.
It's a really great book. My daughter-in-law introduced me to a book while I was away, and that was called The Magic Shop, written by a neurosurgeon. And it's very fascinating because it talks all about mindfulness, and that's not what it was for him. He was just a kid, grew up in poverty, grew up with alcoholic parents and, abuse. And he's just a kid, and he goes into this magic shop because he loves his magic tricks. And the owner's mother is visiting, and she said, do you want to know a real trick? So she has him come every day over that summer, and she teaches him mindfulness meditation. She teaches him how to go within and then to open his heart, and then she teaches him how to manifest the things that he most desires. So it's a beautiful story.
That's beautiful.
And again, he's a neurosurgeon. It has lots of technicalities and research, and so it's lovely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know what? And when you're talking about that, it just again reinforces the mind-body connection, right? So if you were to think about like just everyday occurrences, right, where I like to use this example in my birthing class. Like if I'm driving down the highway and I see a state trooper in my rear view mirror, what happens in my body, right? My heart starts to race. Maybe my palms get a little bit sweaty. I'm totally convinced. Yeah, like he's pulling me over, right? But that's a classic example of you have a thought and then your body responds to the thought, right?
Yes.
And meanwhile, he's not pulling me over, you know? But it's, I think, just that's an everyday
He's pulling
idea.
Casey over.
Maybe. He wants his cheese stick. Doritos
Speeding
and Diet Coke.
Get the Diet Coke cheese stick.
But I love that analogy because it's so true. Our bodies react
Yeah.
And so we teach it to do something different. That's what the beautiful thing of meditation is.
Yeah.
I wrote this. I'm going to read it. It says,
Okay.
the angels had said, I always do this channeled writing before I start, when like, give me the points that you want me to say. And it says, they said, claim responsibility for your body by meditating.
Wow.
And it's what you just said, because one thought can lead to a panic, and that panic can lead to a full-blown flare-up, and that flare-up can lead to an all-night stay up in pain, and only focused on the pain and not being able, and feeling alone, feeling isolated, feeling depressed. And chronic pain, it becomes a depression then,
Right.
and isolation and aloneness. And I talk about Shmigo in my book, right? So fear, aka Shmigo, he wants us to live in that constant prison. He wants us. It's an addiction.
Yes.
So just like the Diet Coke is an addiction, fear is an addiction, and it's very powerful. So we have to learn to heal it. And we don't only do that by changing and rewiring our brain, by slowing down, by meditating, by being still, not being in the chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Very powerful. And again, like just connecting that with the birthing, the thought of birthing, right? Most of us, when we think about birth, we think about it as a painful experience.
Yeah.
So when I talk to people about my births were wonderful, right? They were orgasmic, so to speak.
What?
I know.
Wait, who is this? Casey's going, what? KG's upstairs going, she's texting me, what the?
But they were, because think about endorphins could be 250 times the power of morphine, right?
Right.
For a natural experience.
She literally just
I
wrote,
can't see that far away.
I want to know more.
More about that, right?
Yeah.
But the problem becomes we go into it so hypnotized to believe it's supposed to be painful. Right? So then our minds get in the way of what a birthing body is supposed to do, which nature is amazing. And when we go into labor, endorphins are automatically released. It's setting us up for success in a natural way. But because of our worry,
Right.
because of our fear, because of maybe past traumas, right, that haven't been resolved, we hold on to those, and that translates into pain, right?
Fascinating.
So we have the power to change it.
People are going to really want to talk to you after your orgasmic birth.
I had one of my closest cousins walk in afterwards, and I was sitting up, and I'm holding, Sebastian, and she's like, "What? You look amazing. Like, you don't even look like you just had a baby." I'm like, "I feel amazing." Right? And so kind of back to that, rewriting the story, like, and my mom was it was really full circle for her too.
And so this was the same with your other two births after that?
So with our second son, Leonardo, just as amazing, really smooth. With our third child, our daughter, Estelle, we actually had unexpected circumstances come up. So I ended up, this is actually a great example of how the power of our minds, how we can use it in really kind of scary situations, crisis situations. I ended up being hospitalized 5 weeks prior to her due date. And there were medical things going on with me totally unrelated to birth, which I think is really important to put out there because, again, there's already too much worry and fear around birthing. So I want people to know, like, special circumstances in labor and birth, they're rare, right? And in this case, it was unrelated to the birth or labor. But I ended up having a lot of medical things going on within a 72-hour time frame. And it happened to be that during that time, my amniotic fluid depleted.
Oh.
So I had to be induced.
Yep.
And it was 5 weeks before her due date. So can you imagine, like, the worry and fear? Like, I was terrified. I was terrified for myself. Because of all the medical events that had happened up to that point. And I was really worried about our baby. I didn't know, like, was this little person going to be ready you know? And you talk about in your book about crying and how crying is a release. And for me, in that moment, I knew I was holding on to so much worry and fear. I had to release it. So I had a great cry, a good cry, crying on my husband's shoulder. And then, you know what? I said to myself, I'm here in this moment, and I have to do what I have to do. And I'm letting that go, and I'm focusing on the here and the now.
Which is not easy to do when there's crazy going on.
Right. Well,
when it's knocking and it's a serious situation.
That's it. And it's because of the practice that I've done. Right. If I and I always say this, if that were my first birth and I wasn't prepared with hypnobirthing, and maybe I hadn't had those other positive experiences, it could have been a different experience for me.
Right.
But I did have that experience going into it. And I really did use it in a way that helped me to get through what I had to get through.
I just love how you said you chose in the moment, like you let the cry come out and then you made a decision. And that's what the angels say over and over again. We have a choice. We have a choice to stay on the crazy, that energy. It's a wavelength, right? Mm-hmm. And we can write it out, and it takes us to a different place. Or we can choose to say, okay, I'm going to embrace this. I know that I have the tools. I'm safe, and I can do this. So no matter what it is, we can do it.
We can do it.
Right.
The trust is key.
Mm-hmm. Woo. What do you think of that, Casey? You want to give birth now?
Yeah. I better not say it, but yeah, I like to hear that, though. That's an interesting perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
So I pulled this card for the listeners earlier, and I thought this is perfect time to read it.
Okay.
It says, intuition. Trust your intuition and know what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. So I love that. It's perfect.
That's great. Exactly. That's all about
I get these daily positive messages, and I kept one from a couple days ago. It's, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Did you see the post I put out today?
Yes.
Well, it was a good one, right?
It was awesome.
Where is it? I got to pull it up.
Yeah, what was that one? I didn't see that.
Talk for a second. I'll find it.
Okay. But there is so much truth in living through your worry and fear, right? Worry and fear can hold you back. The best way to get through it is to just do it, you know?
Well, through Jeannie's book, writing down, you got the fear or ego column, and then you got the love column, and you got, if you stop and take a look and look from both perspectives, you start to see it, and especially when you write it down, then it becomes real on paper.
Yeah.
You made these choices one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. And that's where you can learn to say, all right, maybe it wasn't the best choice, that cheese stick I ate, but I'm going to forgive myself. Here it is. It's by denying your truth, your past can affect your present. Mm-hmm. So by denying your truth, which means, what are our truths? Means the power within, that I am a goddess. I have a magic wand. I am a superhero. Mm-hmm. I can heal myself. I can do this. I can get through this, no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. So when we don't deny, when we stand in love, anything is possible. Mm-hmm. Anything. So. Yeah, very true. Healing is possible. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it does start with us, with you, with yourself. Right, and we keep looking outward. And there are great teachers, there are great people that will help you, but you really need to take your power back. You really have to start to navigate through what this pain is telling you. What is it that you need to do in your life? Nobody's going to tell you that. Yeah. Nobody can tell you what your senses are telling you. Mm-hmm. And your senses, that's part of your intuition. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of, I was
with my hypnobirthing clients, I'm blessed at times to be asked to be at their births. And I was at a birth last week of a very, dear friend now, because I've been at 3 of her births at this point. And, my reminder, first of all, I love meeting new little people, right? Like that is the closest thing to the divine possible, in my opinion. But to be there with a woman when they're, it's a very vulnerable moment,
Yes.
right? And it doesn't always go maybe as planned, and this is just, an analogy for life too. It doesn't always go as planned, but being in that moment and being able to say, okay, the plans have changed, and I'm going to make a choice to change too. So even if, in this case with the birth, all right, you had to make a choice that was different than what you originally thought, but you chose.
Right.
That's the power. To choose, right? Instead of like just letting other people make the choices for you, right? So it's the same with health and emotional well-being.
And when we're vulnerable, though, and we're in that weakened state, that's what will mirror out, and that's what will keep coming back to us, and it'll get bigger and bigger things that we have no power over, and choices will be taken away from us until we say, no more. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, you're going to be joining the In Spirit team, which I'm really excited about.
Yes.
You're going to bring your expertise and all of your badass skills. And you're going to start in May. You are going to see like spiritual counseling.
Yes.
And that will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, correct?
Tuesdays and Thursdays in May. Yeah.
Yep. So you can right now call In Spirit if you'd like to hook up with Marie. And do you have an email that you want to share?
Sure. I will share my email out. It's kind of a long one, but it is Marie, Marie, Elena, ALANA, @gmail.com.
Perfect. And the studio number is 203-788-9338. And you can just leave us a message, and we'll forward it over to Marie so she can set up her appointment schedule. Also, you're going to be doing some group events. You're going to be doing some guided meditations, and we talked about doing on May 13th. We're having a retreat weekend.
Yeah.
Connect with your heart and connect with your heart. Your heart's longing.
Yeah.
And so you're going to offer on May 13th. You're going to offer like a free
I'm going to
class?
offer a free guided meditation, group meditation with some reflection time, and really with the focus of connecting with yourself, connecting with your truth, connecting with what is your heart longing for.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So this event that we're going to have at In Spirit is also going to include the Sanctuary, which is the business downstairs, and they're having amazing speakers and different things going on their floor as well. So I have a meditation with Spirit during the day on Saturday, and on that Friday, which is the 12th, I have an evening with Spirit.
Nice.
So people can sign up, and we'll just keep all these events going all day long with different things. And that will be on the website soon. So go to the website inspirithealingstudio.com, and you can go there today because we have all of our events listed, which I'm really excited about. That's thanks to Jose and Carrie. They really got it going. So it's up and running, and you can sign up right online, and Marie will be on there soon. We'll have your link with your bio.
Awesome.
By the end of the month, we'll get that all up there.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. It's so nice to be in a community, because that's the other thing I feel like people are really looking for, right? Because we're saying the healing comes from within, and that also helps when you're connected with people who are on the same path,
right,
and are looking for, looking to improve themselves and get more connected with themselves. So In Spirit is an awesome place to be and to find that healing.
And I'm excited about it, because I always trust that if it's not my voice somebody needs, or your voice, that there will be another voice. And so now within Spirit, there'll be all these healers, all these different modalities that can speak to people on a different level. When we trust our senses, we can say, I really need, like, I love the singing bowls. I want to come for a session with that. Or I want to do just a reading, or I want to do hands-on energy, or I want to do spiritual counseling because I want to sit down and I want to get this stuff out. Or I want to take this art class because Carrie's going to do these great intuitive journal classes in May. So I'm really
nice.
I'm really excited. And you've seen her work.
Oh, beautiful. She's so talented. Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that as well. So I wanted to get to an email reading that I had come in earlier today. Rachel from Michigan, she wrote in today and she said she was going to listen and she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to call in, but asked if I could help her. She said that she's always had a gift since she was a child, and feels like she was disconnected, and she does have some spirits around her, but some of them that she doesn't know who they are, and she wanted to know what they were trying to tell her. She was feeling the energy. So Rachel, I hope you're listening, and I wanted to say, the angels are saying you are highly intuitive. And there's so many blessings coming your way. I do feel like there's like a little bit of stagnant energy for you. And it's just time to kind of stand in your own self-love. All the things that we talked about is having that compassion for yourself and trusting your own intuition, which is really important, not letting another person kind of guide you around. And I feel like this is really important for you as a mother as well, because you're going to be teaching this on how to be in that love. So I love the tool for you about like going in the car and being quiet, having some quiet time in your day just for you. And then the automatic writing they're showing me for you as well. The automatic writing, which is when we start to journal and we just ask Spirit to speak through the pen and just allow whatever needs to come out. And that's what the angels are saying. They just want to speak with you. And I feel like writing is really big around you. I feel like you've been avoiding it, and it's kind of calling to you. So there you are, Rachel. And if you want, you can send me another email and we can chat back and forth. And I'll invite my listeners to go to the website if they'd like to check out all my events. It's jeanniestreet.com. If you have a question that you are afraid to call in, you can either post it on social media in my inbox, or you can email it to me at jeannie@jeanniestreet.com. Yes.
That's a good opportunity to bust away from the fear and the worry if you're holding on to some worry about calling in.
Yeah,
right?
we've definitely had some people say, can you ask... KJ's had a lot of people text her or send her messages, can you ask Jeannie? And it's funny because we were on the way over and you said you had a friend who wanted to see if she could come in for a reading this week. And that's fear,
but
right?
She wanted me to ask you.
Right.
So she wasn't fully there yet to reach out.
But there's where we give our power away, right? Just little things.
Completely.
So it's quite interesting, right?
I
don't know. So what's KJ got going upstairs? She's so quiet up there today. No.
She's probably sending out all her social media stuff.
She's probably sleeping. She's napping. I'm totally picking on her.
We got Billy Mo Buckby listening out there. Remember last week he called about his dog Wrigley.
Oh, yes.
So
shout out. Hey, Bill. How are you? I saw you in the paper. We just got home. We had all the leftover spectrums hanging around.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, I guess so. Geez, all that stuff going on. It's now they're bringing Billy in, and they're showing me the heart. They're like, the heart, the love. He's like such a force of love. Like, stay with that. Keep going.
Let Buckby do it.
Yeah, exactly. And do it with love. Yeah. He's is it the first selectman? Is that what it is?
No, he's a representative.
He's a representative. I'm
state representative.
Terrible with politics, but he's important.
That's great, and he's listening in. I love it.
Yeah. Casey, did you have a question that you wanted to ask? You said earlier.
Oh yeah, today, April 4th, is my it's my dad's birthday, and he passed away in 2013. So I wanted to just maybe reach out to him and tell him happy birthday tonight on the air.
Can you tell me your dad's first name?
Eugene.
Did I bring your dad through before?
I don't think so. I've never asked before.
Okay.
He definitely, well, he's a trucker. He put over probably close to 2 million miles on a truck.
Okay, yeah, because he's got like this smile.
Yep.
And you resemble him?
No, I don't really look like anybody in my family.
I don't know. Why is he saying you resemble him? There's a resemblance, a resemblance, a resemblance.
I don't know.
Is it the build?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Let's get
Maybe a
that
little bit,
straight.
yeah.
Okay. The resemblance. And did he have a special seat, a special cushion? Like, what is the...
Well, maybe it's the, he had a chair that he sat in the garage all the time.
Yep.
The last few years there where everybody would sit around and have their beers or whatever.
Okay.
And then we made a little shrine on his chair after he passed away with all...
That's what
it
he's
still
showing me.
sits there with all these, his hat and his pocket knife and different things that he always had, that were, memories of him.
Yeah.
And it still sits there.
Yeah. He's like holding his heart. Like he's very, like, really touched.
Yeah, he would have a little church session on Sunday, and everybody would gather around Sunday morning.
Okay, that's where you kind of take after him.
Right, maybe that's what it is.
That's resemblance. That's interesting. But it's his word, and he has like a little twang to his voice.
Right.
You understand that?
Yeah, he was a pure farmer. He loved the farm. He loved to get in the dirt and grow corn, and had a little stand alongside the road all the time, and just always helping people, but loved.
Yeah, he doesn't have
farm.
like, he's not like a complainer. He doesn't have complaints about life. He's just like, and the birds, the birds.
He fed the birds in the back. That was a big deal for
the birds.
Just tons and tons of bird feed and jelly on bread and all these kind of things.
Your mom, is she back home? Your mom back. Okay, that's what he's doing. Like back over there.
She's still in the same house there, and I don't know if she still feeds the birds though, because it was a big job.
Yeah,
they made it this huge.
It's not the
thing.
same.
Right.
He's like not the same.
No.
Yeah, he's funny. He's got a little funny personality too.
Yeah, well, he was definitely liked by a lot of people. So.
Yeah, he's what is the word I want to use? He's proud. Like, I just feel like but it's not his word. He's not saying proud, but that's what he is. Like, his heart is overflowing.
That's good.
You understand?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have that with your son. You're just as big.
Gotcha.
He said that's important.
Yep. Big heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, he would help anybody, give his shirt off his back.
Yep. He said that's the Lord's way.
Yep. He wasn't much of a religious man per se to everyone, but I have a feeling behind closed doors he might have.
Yeah. He's smirking.
Well, in his life down here, I think he had a little something bothering him, because he just, at times he might drink a little in excess, and some of the anger would come out of something that was bothering him, but we never really knew. A friend of mine told me that thought it was when his father passed, that he just never really got over his father passing when he was like in his early 50s. My grandfather.
Right. Who was in the war? Your grandfather?
I don't know.
In the service or like.
Well, my uncle was in the service.
Okay.
And he passed away shortly after my dad,
That's
which was
your
kind of
dad's showing.
strange. So
yeah, your dad's showing me that. I'm getting the service. I'm getting like the uniform.
Yep.
Yep.
Is
this his brother?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
The family was very proud of him being in the service, and what was an odd thing was that when my grandfather and grandmother went over and visited my uncle in Germany when he was in the service, when they came back, he had the heart attack almost the next day going out to get the thing. So, but they never did an autopsy. So I was wondering, well, he just had this long flight, and he could have had the thrombosis where they talk about the blood clots.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you'll never know, but my grandfather had the electronic spirit too. He fixed TVs, but he also sang and did all kinds of things, and was quite the entertainer.
I feel like it was confusing for your for your dad, because his parents went to see his brother, and then like he came back and he died. So there was no time. There was no healing.
Right.
There was no like goodbye.
Right.
And
he was walking across the front yard and was gone.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what made him so angry. Like, why?
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like it had to do with money too. somewhat, and he never wanted to show anybody that, and he hid it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand about the money?
Well, we were just, not a lot of money. Living in a small town. Just
Did he bury money? Like what's like the money burying in the dirt? The money in the dirt.
I don't know. I don't remember him burying anything, but he could have. But I remember him telling stories about eating peanut butter and jelly when he was out trucking to save money.
It's all around the money, and then it could be the money's in the dirt, like in the farm. Like maybe that's where he thought it was always going to come from, and it never came to fruition.
Yeah, he had this grand idea about growing these tomatoes.
Okay.
And he did grow the best tomatoes.
There it is.
But and you ask anybody these tomatoes that he had, and he would take them to markets, and people loved them. But at a certain point, you can only grow so many as one person in one greenhouse. Right. So it wasn't going to be a get-rich-quick scheme type thing. But but he enjoyed every minute of it.
Yep, flies, everything. Yeah. He's doing the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad we made that connection tonight.
All in the heart. He's all warm and fuzzy. He like give him a big hug. He's like hanging out around you. Like hugger,
Definitely.
Yeah. Nice.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I can actually feel the energy.
The room totally changes.
It totally changed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When they come through, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have a caller.
We do. Who's on the line?
Let me
as you're buzzing over there.
Dial it up.
As you're buzzing over there.
Billy, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello. Who is this, Billy?
Yes, it is.
Billy Mo Buckby.
Ah. Man of the hour. Did you hear us talking about you?
I did. That was very nice. Thank you.
How can I help you tonight, Bill? Can I call you Bill or is it Billy? I gotta be formal.
Whatever you like. They both work.
Okay.
I had we have some people coming in to check out the Hardin House Museum. They are Connecticut Soul Seekers.
Okay.
Who are doing somewhat of an investigation to find out about Mrs. Hardin, who traditionally is at Hardin House Museum. I've helped her there many times.
Okay.
And this was just this past Saturday. They came in and we had some pretty crazy response.
Okay. Energetically, you mean? So this is like the ghost people, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with EMP meters and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you want me to tell?
Mrs. Hardin. Well, we're curious with Mrs. Hardin's. We think it was Mrs. Hardin's usually who shows.
Okay.
And we think it's her that was around a lot this weekend.
She's coming through kind of thin and frail looking. Do you understand that? You have a photo,
Absolutely.
she says? She tells you have a photo?
I have a few photos of her, yes.
Yeah. Beloved. It's a beloved place. And so now it's being loved the right way. Do you understand that? I feel like it was very quiet and not taken care of and respected, and now respect is there. That's a really big thing for her, and she's very grateful for that. And she's telling me out loud, really loud, the house is not haunted. It's energy. It's energy.
Yes.
And she's not haunting. She's not staying there. She is crossed over. She is at peace. She is with her family. She is with her sister. But it's beloved.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
No one ever feels it as negative energy.
Yeah,
Everyone always feels it as very, very positive.
Yeah, it's real. She's really grateful. And that's why she keeps showing, like in the flowers, everything's going to bloom really bright this year, she's saying.
We just brought her a flower the other day.
There she is.
For her coming through. So
yeah,
Valerie brought her flower in just yesterday, just for her.
Lovely, and she's really grateful of that. Very grateful. This was I feel like, did her husband die and she kept it going? She was alone there?
No, she passed away the year before him, but she passed away at the house.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they were hand in hand, one behind the other. I just feel like she did most of the work there for some reason, like he kind of gave up, but then she kept it going. Do you understand that?
Not necessarily, but there's not a lot of detail toward the end of. They had staff to do watching them as well.
And the tractor?
But she just.
Sir, the tractor's still there? The tractor?
We have a.
Yes.
Not hers. It's a newer one since then, but we have one tractor here.
Is there an original tractor? I don't know
No.
why she's showing me the tractor. Maybe the tractor is just the tractor that it's new.
It's not really new, but it's not theirs.
Okay. Well, that could be what she's just showing me. It's just a confirmation that she's coming through, that there's a tractor.
So the question, I guess, some of it was the other day when we were here with the investigators. There was quite a bit of response that we thought was her husband because we were in her husband's room.
Okay. Well, you called them. She's saying she's being like kind of, well, you called them. She's like, of course we came. Yeah, like she's like saying it like, hello. Yes. Yes, he was.
So she wouldn't be. Yeah.
They're not staying. They're not haunting the house. They're not there all of the time. They're coming and going,
right.
just like our loved ones will come and go around us, just like your beloved Pat came around you, will come and be there and guide us, and especially with joy and with love, because this was the house for them was energetic, was like a child for them, like much love, and so as it's evolving and changing and growing, they're happy to be there, happy to be a part. So I'm not surprised that you felt the energy and that he came through.
She does on a regular basis. Multiple people smell her perfume on a regular basis.
So now it's so funny because she was just bringing me in. Did you smell the smoke? That was him.
No.
That's what I feel like he was the smoker, and that she was bringing me around the smoke.
They both do. They both were smokers.
Okay.
We smell her perfume.
Okay.
Because we know in her bedroom there's a makeup table with a drop down where she used to keep her powders and perfumes. So
yep.
She passed away 52 years ago, and we can still smell that in her desk.
Wow.
And smell in different parts of the house, different times, especially when there's children around.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Just her way of being grateful and being thankful that there's life there and it's continuing.
And no one ever feels as if it's a haunting, it's a negative thing. No one ever does that.
Yeah.
No one ever feels that it's an energy or anything. It's always a wonderful energy.
Yeah. I just think there can be a misconception about that people think that energies will stay, such loving energies will stay in a place and never leave, but they do leave. They do go to the other side. And there are souls that do get stuck. But she's not. They're not one. They're not one of them. So that's what I kind of wanted to say.
And her sister too.
I'm sorry, her sister. That's who she. Yeah,
you mentioned her sister.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. She's with her sister. Do you have a picture of her with her sister?
She had multiple sisters, and they were all. There's a picture we have of the whole wedding party. Her and her husband were both married here as well.
Okay.
So her sisters were in the picture, but it's very difficult for us to identify which sister is which.
Okay.
I don't know which one's who.
Well, maybe if I sit with you, I can see the picture, and we can try to do that.
You're welcome anytime to come by the house and see the picture. I can point around a few of those things we're talking about too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Love to.
Yeah, the smoke, there wasn't necessarily smoke, but I did find one of their cigarettes the other day. So that might be the only other thing I can think of. Yeah.
There it is. So yeah, she was saying that was his sign. He was leaving that. So.
Okay.
I think because her signs are easily read, his aren't. So she's letting me know that's him.
And when we do the investigation, it was very, very important for, we have one person who helps us out here at the park who, his parents were the maid and the butler for the house. Mm-hmm. And that's when she showed up the other day, and the EMP reading was going nuts when we mentioned his name.
Yeah. So souls know, right? They, just like I'm a lighthouse, this connection. It's like a beacon, and they'll know you're going to be in the area of somebody they want to connect with, right? So you started talking and you're bringing these people in, and they know connection. So they're going to flock there. They're going to go there. They're going to be like, yes, is our in. Somebody's going to say hi for us. Somebody's going to, give the message.
Yeah, someone who did come in with the crew was also a medium.
Oh, lovely. Perfect.
She said she was greeted at the front door by what she believed was Mrs. Harden. There was a lovely woman who offered her a drink when she walked in the door.
Lovely. Yeah. And I feel like the keeper, that's it. He's the keeper now that's on the property? His parents work there, you said?
He's a volunteer here now.
He's a volunteer.
His parents work here.
Very loyal.
He volunteers.
She's saying very
extraordinarily loyal.
There's extremely, like the family. It's like in the line. It's in their blood. It's who they are. Very loyal.
Yeah,
very lovely.
He said he always saw Mrs. Harden as a big sister, but although I see it more as like a childly thing for her to him.
Mm. Yeah, I kind of agree. Lovely.
Maybe we'll do a show there.
Yeah.
We'll do a remote show from there.
Phenomenal.
Come set up and we'll do a show right there.
There you go. That'll be fun. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
We're trying to bring more of their stuff back. That's the plan now is to bring it more back to what they had and bring more of their original things out the more I can.
Yes.
To help with that. Yeah.
Which is really beautiful. I love the idea of having the weddings there and having lovely events there. Yeah.
Well, thanks. We try.
Yep. So this is Harrybrook Park we're talking about. So if you are getting married, you can hook up. Billy, can you give them how they can connect with you guys to find out about holding their wedding there?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you. harrybrookpark.org, or they can give us a call, 860-799-6520, or any of the social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And but like I said, if you want to see the flowers we brought up, and it was a note for Mrs. Harden too, just flowers for her.
And she's outpouring in love, and she's saying that people can come again and feel that glorious and have that beautiful park setting, which is not available in other places. She's saying, she's like doing like all this like this promoting. She's like, and it's just so beautiful and lovely and old fashioned, but it doesn't have to be without modern conveniences, she said. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We just actually exchanged some of the modern conveniences. We just put new toilets in the place today.
So there you go. So that's what she's referring to.
That's awesome.
But the one she mentioned something on property too. She mentioned the person that lives there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying before? I now live in the park.
Oh, you
caretaker's cottage.
You do? Aha.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're around the Pachysandra? You understand?
I was all around the Pachysandra today.
There you go.
I was outside all around it.
That's her saying hello. There you go. Yep. Beautiful.
That's wonderful.
Well, thank you.
She does visit on a regular basis. We try to acknowledge. I walk in to say hello to them both every day when I walk in. I greet them every morning when I walk in. So does Kurt now when he shows up to visit.
Yes, and that's what it's all about, that respect and that love, and that's what's going to make it vibrant. Really, really vibrant. She's saying beyond what you are seeing. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, lovely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Well, thank you. Anytime, and seriously, anytime you'd like to come in to visit the house, you're more than welcome. Happy to set it up to
perfect.
Whatever works for your schedule.
We shall definitely. All right. Well, have a great night. Thanks, Billy.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. And we have another caller. We have Lori from Iowa on the line. Hello, Lori. Can you hear me? Hi, Lori.
Yeah, I sure can. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You're calling from Iowa?
Yes.
Nice. How is the weather out there?
It's not too bad. It's supposed to warm up to in the 60s this weekend, so super excited about that.
Me too. We are supposed to get the same thing, so I'm with you on that one. Do you have a question tonight?
Yeah, I recently found your podcast and absolutely love you and love listening to them.
Oh, thank you.
And I just kind of was wondering if you could provide me like some guidance or direction that you see for me.
Sure. Do you have anything particular going on?
Just trying to basically make my life more positive. I'm trying to, I'm going to go to get some Reiki treatments.
Yeah.
I probably said that wrong.
No, that's good because are you on the other side of an illness?
No, I just have a lot of, I seem to kind of impulsive and get kind of like addicted to things like not drugs or alcohol, but like buying and spending and that sort of thing. So
yeah, an addiction.
I'm trying to get more in touch with the divine.
Perfect. And so it's interesting that they're bringing that through like an illness because they want you to treat it as such. And I'm glad that you're going for energy sessions. So with any work that you go and do, I always make the suggestion that you make sure that you get references and that you know the person is God-based, because we want to make sure that we're getting the highest service and that they're not coming from a low-based, self-serving ego. So that would be the one rule of thumb. And I love that they're saying that around you, around illness, like it's about curing it, it's about healing, so that you can be more in love and be more in that love energy we were talking about earlier, that compassion, like being gentle with yourself, like understanding why are you having these desires to fill yourself up with things outside of you. I know Marie's over here. She's wanting to say something. Let me just turn it over for you.
No, I'm just connecting with everything you're saying. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm glad that you called in too, because it goes perfectly with what we're talking about is your willingness to call in and to share that you are struggling and that you recognize that you are kind of self-soothing right now in ways that aren't the healthiest ways for you. It's just such a powerful step that you're taking towards healing. So that's amazing. And with that said, it's great that you're looking at some energy-based work to help you along that path. And like we were talking about earlier, like listen to your intuition too. And if that, hopefully that work will be what you need and enough for you, and to stick with it and to persevere with it, right? Because stepping into your power and stepping into your light is key in knowing there is another way. And sometimes the feelings will get maybe a little bit bigger before you can heal from them, but that's key to stick with them,
Lori, they're also showing me that journaling is important for you. Do you write now?
Okay.
Are you a writer?
No.
So I love
I used to be. I loved writing.
Yeah. I love my Goddess You journal for you because it has the prompts and it kind of will get you out of the mind chatter that you're in. The mind chatter, which is just keeping you going to like, you deserve that, you can have that. Keeping you in that kind of bringing those things forward into your life where you give in. And you're on the outside of a relationship. Do you understand that? It's funny how they're talking outside, inside. It's a different contact that's coming through. Outside of a relationship. So that means are you in a relationship but not married?
No, I'm married.
Okay.
But we kind of probably both sit on our phones a lot and don't
pay
a lot of attention to each other. So I'm like, it'd probably help if I didn't do the things I do.
Yeah. Is this your mom that's coming through, the female figure? Like a mom figure? Do you understand that?
It might be. It's probably my grandma.
Okay. Because I feel like she wants to tell you what to do, but you won't listen. Do you understand that? And it's funny because the way she's speaking is a little different. So she's like on the outside of the marriage. So that's why you're not spending enough time in the love. That makes total sense. Being more into the cell phones. And the energy that comes off the cell phones is addicting, right? the battery actually calls to us. It actually speaks to us. So it's really important at night not to have your cell phone near you, to put it away, like in the another room completely, because it will actually keep you from getting a really good night's sleep, from getting in that REM sleep, because it'll draw the battery. It actually like talks to your brain waves, and so you'll want to connect with it. So a lot of people are losing a lot of sleep because of that, and actually gets into the relationship. So if you could make a house rule where there's no cell phones in the bedroom, and that maybe you only time yourself and give yourself like a short time, like 15 minutes in the beginning of the day and then 15 minutes at the end of the day, so that you don't have like all that time without being in the relationship.
Sure.
But you've been married a long time, right? Like, I feel like this isn't new for you. You've been married a long time.
It's someone I've known for a really long time. He was friends with my cousin, and then we actually got married about 3 years ago.
So it feels like a really long relationship, though. Do you understand that?
Yeah, we're actually, outside of the cell phone thing, like really close, and we like doing things together. And I've never really had that with anybody before.
Yeah.
We actually enjoy being together.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's not really anything other than that thing calling you. It's that outside force just tricking you. Mm-hmm. So put it down, go have some fun, and just give yourself permission to say, hey, you know what? We're going to be that. We're going to be that light for each other. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. Anything else tonight that I can help you with?
I was just kind of wondering what you saw for me, or if anyone had anything to say to me to guide me. Just wanting to make some changes in my life, so I wanted your guidance, because you have a lot of good stuff to say.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really feel like you're on a great path, and you're making those connections. You're paying attention. So I feel like the energy work is going to be great for you, and the writing is going to be phenomenal. It's going to really open you up. I feel like more talking, more good conversations. It's going to be really lovely. And you're working now?
Yes.
And that just feels like so-so. You understand? I don't know if that's really fulfilling. Yeah. It just feels really so-so. So I kind of feel like
it's okay. It's not anything bad.
No, but it's nothing that's really like, oh my God, my soul is being served. So
absolutely,
and those are things that we find when we take our power back, right? We bring our power back. We stop giving it away to outside forces. So bring your power within, strong, and that's where your strength is.
Okay.
All right, Lori. Well, thank you so much for calling in and for downloading the podcast. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, we had some great calls tonight, huh? Mm-hmm. Really lovely. Well, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Marie Alana LaChase.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed being with you guys tonight. It was great.
Yeah, so much fun. And Spirit is looking forward to having you and to join our board and be part of our mayhem, our fun, crazy family we have over there.
So excited to be part of it. Can't wait.
Woohoo. So be sure to check out the website in Spirit Healing Studio for all of our events coming up, and to look for Marie's stuff coming. We're going to have her bio up there soon. And also, if you have a question or if you have a follow-up, go ahead on to my social media sites or even to my blog and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you again. I'm happy that you guys could join us for this Tuesday. And I know what I know, because angels don't lie. This is Jeannie Street, and I'm out.